Okay, guys, I really hesitated to make this video, but we need to talk.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I have seen in not only my comments but in other creators' contents that I've done collabs with and such, a few people making comments about not enjoying negative content. And I completely respect that, and I've actually taken that criticism to heart a little bit and tried to remain a little bit more positive on my channel. And I've done a lot of thinking on this. I've done a lot of soul searching. You know, most of my raid content ideas come from when I'm in the shower, just so you guys know. You know, I was in there thinking about it and I'm like, you know, am I just trying to be negative or am I hoping for Plarium to do better? And so ultimately what I sided on was the fact that I'm not just complaining for content. The truth of the matter is that there are things that Plarium does really, really well in this game. And I tried to highlight those in a video the other day and that did pretty well. And there are also things that they fall short on, but I'm not just complaining. I'm hoping that as a creator, even though I'm a smaller one, that my feedback might get picked. Somebody else might see the video and say, oh yeah, you know what, that's kind of dumb or something. And then they make a video, or it goes on, people talk about it on Reddit or in other Discords or whatever the case may be, so we can improve the things going on in the game. It's one thing to complain about little things that are like, you know, okay, big deal. That's not that bad of a thing. But there's some stuff in this game. One thing in particular that was the catalyst for this video. Real quick, if you're looking to be part of my account takeover series, join the Discord below. But a little heads up, I'll be prioritizing accounts that were started with my exclusive promo link. This will also guarantee you a free legendary Elenaril and 3 amazing free epics as you level up. Here's what you need to do. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. You'll get Elenaril for free along with Uugo, Tagoar, Rector Drath, and a better chance at a takeover, so click my link right now. And that's community weeks. I have already talked about this. I don't know if I've talked about it on another channel or on my channel, but I do remember having a conversation about community weeks, but specifically the reward calendar. We're almost done with the reward calendar, and yes, I am very excited, truly, to get the Wand of Submission at the end of it. I'm very excited about that. Let's talk about the good. That is a good community weeks reward. That is a powerful relic, one that over time a lot of us are going to get. It's not like giving everybody something super overpowered, because I believe it's from the standard pool, so we would eventually get one over time anyways. However, it may take longer for some others. But what I really have an issue with is the rewards that they gave during this event. And some of them didn't make sense. I'll get to the ones that don't make sense. Again, I also want to raise awareness of the positives. While it is 5-star gear, speed gear, good to give, right? That's a good opportunity. Yes, it could get bad stats. Maybe you didn't get 2 good pieces, but coming from somebody that, you know, has done a lot of free to play stuff, having an opportunity to get rewards like this for free on a new account can be very powerful. So I'm not going to fault them for that. Epic book, again, not good for me, good for other players, and it's still free points for Clan v Clan in the future. So I'm not going to complain about that. 130 energy, 300 silver, like a lot of these are not that bad. But then you get into stuff like this, right? This is where it started to go off the rails for me a little bit. 50 multi-battles, that's pretty weak, to be honest. Like, that's not something that I would like to see as a singular reward in a month-long reward track. I certainly felt like this could have been something better. But, okay, fine. It's 50 multi-battles. I don't remember if the multi-battles had the 6-day limit or not, but I do know 2 other rewards that did. When we come down to this key right here, I'm not a big fan of these brews either. Brews are pretty easy to get these days. I don't know that I really want those, but I'll give them a bit of a pass there. But this clan boss key, I consider that to be pretty weak. It can be valuable for new players because you have the potential that day or within 6 days from the time it dropped, because you get 6 days to use it. So there is the potential that you got to do 5 clan boss keys. So if you're on a 3 key ultra nightmare and a half, and you need 2 keys to get nightmare down, then you could do that day for free. So there is some value there, but I don't think that was that great. And then if we look at like the arena refreshes, that's not that much in cost of gems, but 2 of them. Okay, I don't know if these specifically at the 6th day, but let's talk about the big catalyst for this video, something that was incredibly disappointing that makes me think that one group of people in Plarium is not talking to another group of people in Plarium, and that is this reward right here. So this reward is, sorry, I collected my Hydra stuff already. This is a 3-hour free gear removal that reduces the cost of removing gear from champions by 100% for 3 hours. Now remember, I have to collect that today. I can't wait to collect that later because of the way that they designed community weeks. Well, okay, that's not true. I think it automatically collects for me, but even if I try to delay it and didn't log in or anything, there's no way to delay it, is my point that I'm trying to make. We are all getting that today if we log in, or yesterday if you're at the time you're watching this video. Here is the problem. It expires in 6 days. We already have a free gear removal buff right now, and that ends in 4 days. So you're giving me a reward that I can't use that is stupid to use right now because it's already active, and then you're only giving me a 2-day window to use it, right? Because this ends in 4 days and I only have 2 days left on the free one that you gave me. What kind of a reward is that? I'm sorry, I don't understand the logic there. If you wanted to make that a reward later on. Make that a reward at like the 24th or something at least. Yeah, if I was to use that right now, I get 0 value from it at all because it's already available to me for free. How did nobody see this coming? How did nobody think about it? Like, I can try to be positive and try to play devil's advocate and say like, okay, clan boss key, that's good for new players. I can understand that, right? But you're giving me a reward that expires almost before the free version of it that already exists. It blows my mind. Honestly, I don't want to be too hard. I don't want to be too hard. I don't want to be too negative. If this was me, I would be embarrassed.
I am very disappointed.
Like if this was, I don't know if you want to say my company or how you want to name it, but I'm a little embarrassed about it. Like, I think it's a major, major disappointment. I don't have a problem with the reward itself. I think a free gear removal as a reward is a good idea. I don't think it should have a 6-day expiration date, but I certainly don't think that it should have an expiration date of only 2 days when you consider this. The fact that it's already going on. That was the catalyst for me. That was the one thing where I was like, I have to talk about this. It's a step too far. I'm sorry. It just is. It's a step too far. That is just not knowing what's going on in your game. I'm so upset that I'm almost speechless about it, guys. I really expected more from this event. There is some good stuff in here. I tried to touch on that. 6-star speed gear, epic and legendary, awesome. You're getting 3 relics for the Sacred Order, which you could potentially put on him. Awesome. There's really, really good stuff in here, but this one upset me to my core. And to think that you expecting me to not notice? Let's move on. I do want to talk about one other thing. Since this is a much shorter video than normal, I do want to talk about another thing that I want you guys to watch out for. And that is going to be collecting this champion. If Artor is useful for you, because we are about to get the fragments in a couple of days, I assume on the very last day. If Artor is useful for you, then, and you need to pull them right away, I doubt it. So I would recommend waiting for a better opportunity that happens to be right around the corner. So at the time of recording this, it's technically Wednesday morning for me at 3 a.m. I know, why am I up so late? But I got motivated to record this. So instead of going to bed, I decided to record it. But I would wait to pull this champion when they are more valuable to you. Now, those of us that are more experienced and don't have a use for this guy will probably wait much longer. But in the short term, it would be worthwhile for you guys to potentially save the summoning of this champion for Clan v Clan, which comes up right around the corner, right? We're about just under a week left before that. It'll be next Tuesday. Clan v Clan, that's also a personal rewards Clan v Clan where you will benefit from a higher score, potentially, depending on what your score was on your last personal rewards Clan v Clan. But it would be a free 30,000 points in Clan v Clan. Now, if Clan v Clan is not important to you, and you are not someone who needs this champion sooner rather than later, then my next recommendation for you would be to wait to summon that champion during a champion chase or something along those lines, get you better rewards from that particular chase. Perhaps the next fusion that will likely be coming up at the end of the Titan event. Not directly at the end of it, but sometime after that Titan event, we would expect another fusion. No clue if it's going to be good or not, but having a fragment champion saved up in your inventory is a good opportunity for getting more rewards, and potentially if you have bad shard pulls, you can still potentially get something that will go towards the whatever fragments or fusion summon that you need to get in those scenarios. We'll call that a video because I just really wanted to vent about that, honestly, but you know, somebody needs to say something, because that is one of those things that I would want to fix on the spot. Like, obviously somebody in one department didn't talk to somebody in the other department, and you have this reward that is useless to people for all but 2 days. I think it was a mistake. Truly, I do. And I would love to see Plarium make a fix for that. And I just had to say something about it because that is a little ridiculous. And, you know, I had to call it out. But either way, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Oh, and if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I swear, I'm not just always complaining. I do make good content from time to time as well. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.